Hey everyone. Hi, this is Tracie Schmidt with Supreme Lending, and I am with Krista Mashore.
Hi, thanks for having me, Tracy. Always excited to be with you.
So, as you may or may not know, Krista Mashore is broker owner of Homes by Krista, and she is also my personal coach and the coach of Krista Mashore Coaching.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me, Trace. Love what you're doing, as always.
With all this craziness,
I'm doing fabulous. I swear, my mindset is more strong than ever. And so that's why we're doing this. And I just want to be able to be somebody of hope for people. And I think when you're feeling good and you're pouring into everyone else, it's really difficult to get down. So I'm focusing on that part of life right now.
I know, and I always love having these things with you and sharing it with, you're up in Northern California and I'm in San Diego, as you know, but I think really we figured the topic today are the 3 M's. So we have mindset, which is definitely important for people right now, marketing to try to help people get their business ready what we could do now and then explode once this is all over. And then lastly, I'll touch on some mortgage changes just so you can share it with your agents and the students that you coach. So
yeah,
I'm going to turn it to you for mindset. You've taught me mindset through coaching, and I just wanted to understand, what you're not only teaching your current agents on your team, but your students, how they can just have a positive mindset with everything that's going on.
Okay, so right now more than ever, it's important for us to keep our minds in check, all right? And there's a couple strategies that we can do to help our mindset, our energy, our anxiety go down. One of those things is keeping to a regular schedule, right? Keeping to a regular routine. So it's a lot of agents right now, a lot of people and business owners, they're sleeping, right? They're sad, they're depressed, they're not taking this opportunity. And I want you to understand that this is an opportunity. And when I say that, please know that I'm not saying to use this pandemic as an opportunity, but what I'm saying is because of the pandemic, there are opportunities in front of us, and we have to be willing to be open to seeing them and knowing when it's time to let an opportunity or something like this that's happened improve our quality of life, improve our business, right? Yeah. And so we've got to really, really be mindful of what we're saying to ourselves, what we're thinking to ourselves, what we're doing. So now you want to make sure that you're getting up every morning, you're taking a shower, you're keeping to your routines. If you used to work out, you're still working out. We've got groups that you can join for free where we have workouts at 5:30 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
That you're
doing jumping jacks on live video.
Yes. Yeah. And then you're getting ready and you're going to your computer and you're thinking about things that you can still do. We'll talk about that in a while.
Yeah. And
how you can still thrive during this time. And so if you read books like Cybergenetics by Dr. Maxwell Maltz and so many other books out there, scientific evidence shows that we get what we put into our brains. We get what we think, we get what we say, right? So our thoughts, right? Our thoughts become our actions, become our life. I'm going to say that one more time. Our thoughts and our beliefs become what we do, become our actions. Those actions and our behaviors, they are our life, right?
Yeah.
So now more than ever, Tracy, would you not agree that we have to really be mindful of what we're putting into our mind?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What we're saying to ourselves. So as you see yourself, one of the strategies I teach my students is to get a bracelet, a hair tie, rubber band, and put it around their arm. And every time that they start to say something like, "Oh my God, I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to go bankrupt. I'm not going to be in business. I hate my kids are driving me crazy," to recognize that. And then
you hate your kids.
Say hate your kids. Snap your bracelet and then hey, this is awesome that my kids are home right now. I'm going to spend more time with them. Flip it around. This is not, you're saying you're worried about business. This is an opportunity right now to do things that before I was afraid to do or I didn't make a priority. Now I know I have to. This is an opportunity, right? Change the bracelet. Change what you're saying. Right. So be a master of your mind. You can do it. So let me give you an example, Tracy. Okay. I have a challenge right now, and I'm an agent in the top 1% of realtors nationwide. I've sold over 2,000 homes. I specialize in digital marketing. So I have one more of those awards right there. I have one on its way. For every single one of those funnels, I've created over $1 million on just one funnel. So I'm a digital marketing specialist. I've mastered how to digital market myself, my business, and I teach other business owners how to do that. Real estate agents, lenders like you, brick and mortar, CPAs, insurance agents, professionals, we teach them how to take their business offline and how to do it online. And so I'm doing a free challenge right now that normally is $100. Okay. It is valued at $10,000 because we've had people pick up as many as 6 new clients, right, during this challenge. That's free. So it's valued for way more than it is. And we're offering it free right now because of what's happening in the pandemic. We have 1,000 people that have joined. I go live every single day. Today, only 71 people showed up to that call.
Out of 1,000.
Out of 1,000. So here's the deal. Most of these are agents. Now we're having more business owners come in, but so there's like 900 agents, 950 agents that could learn from an agent who sold over 2,000 homes, who masters digital marketing, who understands how to take their business and move it offline to online, and only 71, that's less than 7% of people showed up. So what does that tell you, everyone? That tells you there is opportunity for you. So when you start to freak out about there's not enough business, you say, nope, there's opportunity now. Because if only 7% of people are showing up when they know now more than ever, they need to master digital marketing and learn how to utilize social media and video and the internet to market themselves and their properties and their business, and only 7% are showing up, that tells every one of your listeners that they need to go ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. I want to be in that 7% so that when I can thrive right now. And when this is over, my business is going to be more alive than it ever has. It's an opportunity.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that's the message that I want to get out to not only the agents that I work with, but just agents in our community. This is the opportunity for you to set your business the way that you want it, right? You have more time, right? We're stuck in the house, we're in front of our computer. Yeah, and so what I would love, Krista, is how can people go and take advantage of the challenge right now that you're giving for free to people? What do they do?
Yeah, so you go to, it's a free digital marketing strategies course for any business. It's not just real estate. So I'd highly recommend for you to utilize this to give value to your community and say, hey, you know that local businesses, professionals, real estate agents, lenders, everyone is struggling. So share it. You go to KristaMashore.com/challenge. KristaMashore.com/challenge. It's free. You get 20 days of coaching with me. I go live every day, Monday through Friday. We give you strategies on how to take your business offline and to move it online. And as I said, people are doing amazing. They love it. They now more than ever, people need that. So
what about even like the local sandwich shop, right? That's like pickup or delivery only, and they are just used to foot traffic or clients that knew their sandwiches. Like, what can you help them?
Totally. We can totally help them. So we show people how to take their product or service, their skill that they're good at, their profession they're good at, or their business, whether it be brick or mortar, whether you're selling hot dogs, sandwiches, t-shirts, or you're a professional agent, right? We show them how to utilize the internet, video, and digital marketing strategies to get their business exposure. And I mean, we average taking people's business from not getting any exposure online to getting hundreds of thousands of views, 8,000 clicks, 500, 600, 400 hours of watch time on every video. So we teach them how to, if you're selling hot dogs, like, hey, now you're going to start producing content about hot dogs, and you're going to show people, and you're going to show the different kinds of hot dogs, and you're going to be showing up all over everyone's feed, and then they're going to know that you're still open, and you do curbside assistance, or you do curbside delivery, and then you're going to teach them tips and tricks on how to do X, Y, and Z at home, and before you know it, they are seeing you and your business all over, and your business just starts to explode. And now more than ever, because people are online now than they used to be. So let's just take Facebook, for example, marketing on Facebook. The average person before pandemic went to Facebook 17 times a day. They spent 51 minutes on Facebook. There's like 2.4 billion people on Facebook. So they are there. You now want to show your product, your service, yourself, right?
I can imagine the numbers now that people are home.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. So now we're seeing like email open rates are up like 26%. We're seeing answer rates are up. We're seeing cost on marketing is like 6 times lower than it was before because everyone else is stopping marketing. So when do you want to market more? You want to market more now because no one else is doing it. And everyone thinks that they're marketing correctly online because they're just posting on their business page or they're posting on their personal page, but we show them how to do it correctly. Right. And it's called the 6 C's. You got to commit to consistently producing content correctly, no matter what business that you're in. You will convert more clients because you're making a connection with them and they're actually seeing you. If you do this over and over again, and again, the idea is the correct way. You can't just do it like most businesses are. You have to pay to play. There's a strategy behind it. We show you how to do that. And now more than ever, people have to understand that it's not like, oh, I think I should be doing this. You should have been doing this for years, and now it is imperative to help your business thrive. So you don't have to.
And that leads us into the second M, right, which is marketing. And you must, I don't know if you hear this or not, but are there people that are like, but everybody's going through a really rough time? And I mean, I'm cognizant of it, right? I feel that for people. And so are they like, hey, if, you know, the marketing and trying to get them to sell or buy a house is just, this isn't the right time to do that? And like, what do you say to those people that think that?
What are you doing right now, Tracie? What are you doing right now on this video, this live? What are you doing right now?
Providing value and information to people and giving them ways to really improve their lives and have opportunity when this is over. That's the main goal of this.
That's exactly right. So we teach you how to provide value. We teach you how to educate people, entertain people, how to connect with people in a different way. Right now, people more than ever, they want connection. They want to smile. They want information. And we can't just stop, right? So as long as you're serving and not just always selling, right? You serve, and you can serve no matter what capacity you're in. So just to kind of open up people's attorney. Right. Divorce attorney, if they were smart right now, should be having the mindset like, oh my gosh, divorces are going to spike. And so I'm going to start creating content around, hey, how do you manage getting along with your spouse at home right now when you're under quarantine? How do you, as a parent, provide fun things for your kids to do right now during quarantine, right? What are good recipes that you can cook? What are games you can play?
Or you can't go out on date night, right? So what can you do for your loved one or your spouse to make them still feel special and important? And
totally, right? And so you start creating valuable content around that. And while you're doing that, your community is getting to know you, to like you, to trust you. You're a real estate agent. I've interviewed 15 local businesses so far this week and talked to them about how, and I did a Facebook Live with them, put it out to my community, took that video, and they talked about their business and how it's still open and how they're still serving people. And that's adding value, right? And all the while, what's happening? People are seeing me. I'm being exposed to my community. They're seeing that I'm helping. And then I throw along, then I just did yesterday, a video on the relief from the SBA, like the SBA loans, what they're offering, how there's free money out there, right? And I did that and gave it to my community. I did that and gave it to realtors across the nation. So if you can offer value and help people, and then you throw in a little bit about your business on top of it. Hey, by the way, for example, I did another video yesterday showing business sellers that I understand that some of you still want to sell. Well, here at Homes by Krista, it's business as usual. We are doing online virtual open houses, and I showed them how we, set the whole thing up. And here's the landing page. And in fact, I can show you. Keep talking. I'll look for it, but I can show you.
One of my questions is like, how can agents market properties in this climate? Because you could see people kind of battling online where it's like, you shouldn't show houses. You should you have an open house? Should you let one person in at a time? And I think doing it digitally or virtually is a great way anyway, but especially now in these times to still be able to show your properties.
Yeah, so we're still selling properties. We're still getting offers. I mean, the business it's not, we're not dead in the water, right? So let me show you an example of a landing page right now that we just created. And then I did a video behind this. And so if you're in real estate or you're a lender, you can do this too, right? It's just a matter of you operating your business a little bit differently and this is for any business. Any business can do this, okay? So here's an example of a landing page that I just created. Full virtual open houses, April 4th through April 8th. here's all, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's all the open houses that are there, right? And they can join one of them. Then we've got sign up for your free Zoom ticket and receive the Zoom link. And then we've got some testimonials here. So somebody signs up, let's just say for their free open house on Boulder, okay?
Right.
Oh, and the next thing they'll get is, it's not letting me do it because this is like a, here we go. Sign up for your free Zoom ticket. Then this happens, right? So now I'm going to say which one I want to go to. I want to go to Foothill or Hall or Spring. Which one do I want to see? Then I sign up for that, okay? And then when that's getting submitted, the next thing that happens, it brings them here. This is now a video that I've created on why you need an experienced professional during, the coronavirus. There's still things that are happening. I talk to them about why do you need a pre-approval letter? Make sure you've offered a competitive price, or we now should add a video on here about things to think about with your loan during the coronavirus of things that are happening. Now they're telling me how many bedrooms they can go down they want, right? What size they want on their home. They're showing me, are you pre-qualified or not? Are you working with Realtor, yes or no? Would you like to know more about special programs available and money that may be available to help you in your purchase? They submit that, then automatically when they do that, what happens is this goes into my CRM, then they're getting reminders. Now they're meeting me on an open house. So let me just show you one more thing. Let me just stop sharing for a second. You can ask me questions. So now what happens is now I'm going to be showing sellers, okay, so that sellers understand that I understand digital marketing and I know how to properly expose their home, where most people are doing things like this. And what's happening is, we'll show you this. What's happening is that, let me just share more time. Is that they're not doing it right, so we can actually show them. So here's an example of a video.
Hi, I'm Krista Mashore with Krista Mashore Coaching. And guess what? Right now we know that many people are really worried about how to operate their business online. We generate videos of ourselves and of our properties that have over 555 hours of watch time, 394 hours of watch time. My point being that we know how to utilize digital marketing strategies to get you and your properties as many buyers and sellers' eyes as possible. So what we have right now for you is how to do a virtual online open house. Now here's the thing, you might be having sellers right now that don't really want to be exposed to the COVID virus, and they don't want to have a lot of people walking through their house. So we're going to show you how to do an online virtual open house. Now here's the trick. You want to make sure that you capture people's information. So we're going to show you how to create a landing page, right, which we're actually going to give to you and provide to you with this program. So it's going to be very easy for you to do. All you have to do is put in your addresses, your phone number, and your picture. Then we're going to show you how to take that landing page and then get people's email addresses and show them how to register for an open house, where then you will be able to meet with them virtually on a Zoom link and walk them through the house so you can show them all the amazing details of the house. Here's an example of exactly what that looks like. Now notice, we're showing an online representation of the home using Matterport. You don't have to use Matterport, you could use iGuide, or you could actually just walk through the home on your own. It's completely up to you. But we're going to help you get people in front of you online so you can answer questions and help them go through this tour. Why is this so important and how does this help you? Because it's going to make your sellers happy, because you're still able to expose their house, and also you're going to be able to develop relationships with buyers, get their contact information to market to them now and in the future.
Yeah.
Would you like to have 2 days of live coaching directly from me, where we're actually going to go over one strategy that in 2020 brought in 48 seller transactions? Well, you want to go to KristaMashore.com/2dayslive. That's KristaMashore.com/2dayslive. Our next live is actually February 22nd and 23rd. It's only $97 and you get coached directly from me all day long for 2 days straight. So if you're wanting more sellers and you're wanting to learn to utilize video and social media in your business, then show up to our next 2 days live. Go to KristaMashore.com/2dayslive and I will see you there.
Buyers sellers now are still going to need to sell. And now all the eyes are on me. So now I took that same exact video and I did a video to my community saying, guess what, community? You don't need to, some of you still need to sell. Some of you are afraid of, you're not going to get exposure. We still have buyers right now, and here's how we're getting them, right?
Yeah,
so now I'm showing that I digital market. We're putting together a online buyer seminar, an online seller seminar right now, where we're meeting people online. We have so many strategies right now on how to continue to stay in business and work online. The problem is that we've been doing this for years, okay?
Right.
You know that's what I teach, is what I train. Yeah. And so the anxiety level of myself and my students is very, very low, because we know that no one else knows how to do it right. Yeah. So everyone else's anxiety level is going crazy. But what you have to understand is that it is possible. There's opportunity, right? What else could you be doing right now? You could be sending out, you should be uploading your CRM. Your CRM, you should be making sure you've got every single person's birthday, contact information, calling people and saying, how are you doing? I'm thinking about you. How are you handling this crazy COVID virus? You're stuck in your house. I know I am too. And then, developing rapport, and then saying, by the way, remember how you loved working with me? And would you mind doing an online review for me right now? We're just trying to still stay busy so we don't go stir crazy. Could you give me an online review? And then you send them all the links to Zillow, to Yelp, to Google. You send them the Sotellus app, and they could do it very, very easily, right?
I love that, where you're doing FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's my new thing, is like you're FaceTiming your clients, you're FaceTiming the agents as a lender that you worked with in a transaction. You're calling your past clients, you're asking them if you could help them lower their rate or their payment or refinance. I mean, getting your CRM ready, getting your workflows together, cleaning out your inbox, cleaning up your desktop, right? Like building your brand, making sure your logo is what you want. There's so many things that people could be doing right now.
And Facebook, there's so much to do. And most people are doing what, Tracie? They're fearful, so they're stopping, right? You should be calling every client and saying, you know what, I'm updating my CRM right now. How you doing? I want to be able to send you birthday cards and stuff like that for your birthday and for Christmas. And then you can be doing personalized videos to every single person that you know, because you've got the time. Set it up for the whole year. Say their name. Hey, Tracie, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. I was just thinking about you. Wanted to say hi. And then you take that video, you upload it into your CRM. Then it gets automatically emailed to them on their birthday. It gets automatically texted to them, and it's personal. People like when you say their name. So now you've got the time to start utilizing this time. Write out all your birthday cards. Opportunity, if you can stand out now over the next few months, online, digitally, the correct way, then you are going to be surviving this. I mean, again,
there's real estate agents that have never gone through anything like this, right? I mean, we were in the business when it was the 2008, and we lost pretty much everything and had to rebuild. And that was really, really different than what's happening right now. But, the newer real estate agents that just started 6 months ago, and they're like, oh, wow, great, right? What great timing. It doesn't matter, right?
Doesn't matter
how long you've been in the business. These things that you've taught me over the last 2 years, and that you're teaching realtors, and what I try to get across to people is, it doesn't matter if you're one day as a realtor or a business owner or 10 years. We can do the same exact thing, each of us, right? And follow these steps and these processes and get business from it. And it's possible. And it's absolute mindset and wanting to do it.
And we have agents that have been in the business brand new that are now have to hire buyer's agents, and they are beating top producing agents that have been in the business for 15, 20 years, because they're coming in with a more relevant value add. They are showing people how important it is to expose their homes online, how much more they can expose their listings to the masses, right? When you can show somebody this, okay, here's the average agent, they get 100 views on their listings. Here's mine, I get 195,000, right? When you can show things like, oh, Mr. Seller, the reason why you want to hire me is because I do marketing like this, and I get an average of 555 hours on every single video that I produce. Now, let me explain to you. When you're producing this video, you are promoting yourself. I'm in these videos, so it's branding. They're seeing me. I mean, I haven't done an open house, Tracie, in 10 or so years, 8, 10 years. I haven't door knocked. I haven't cold called. I've done this, right? And I've exposed myself as the authority figure. When somebody, I might be an expert. I am an expert. I sold 2,000 homes. I'm an expert in digital marketing, right? I know it. But if no one knows that I am, right, because I'm not being seen or being heard, then I'm not known. So it doesn't matter how good you are if nobody knows. So you have to take yourself online. We have to go where our customers are going. We've got to show our value add. There's never been a better time than ever to invest in your business and in your skills so that when this is over, which it will be, and during it, you're going to crush it.
Yeah. And you start to become the person that people go to for answers, right? I mean, people look forward to the education that I provide, and we're going to go into that next, like the third M, right, of like the mortgage changes, because that's a huge impact on obviously my industry and realtors themselves. But that's what I learned most coaching with you is I was doing everything but behind the scenes. And once you start doing the same things and a little bit more, but it's out there for people to know that you do it, people want to start, like, they see you as the expert, right? They come to you for answers, both buyers, realtors, referral partners. And that's been a huge change. But
you're 7 times more likely to do something, to finish something, to achieve something, to learn a new behavior, to change an old behavior when you have coaching, accountability, and support, right? And that's why having a coaching program and with the right coach, I mean, obviously don't hire someone that's never done it. Many people are teaching things in training because they themselves can't do it. You've got to hire someone who has the proven track record, right, to help people. And then when you have people do it with you. So encourage people in your office, encourage your friends, encourage other business owners that you know are scared right now. Do this challenge. I know it will help you. Fiduciary duty, my moral obligation to get this message out, not only to real estate agents and to lenders, but to business owners that I see locally and everything's closed down, that there's a way out.
You know, it's like
so sad.
Yeah, it's sad. It is sad. I mean, walking around and seeing, I mean, you know, I'm in Mission Beach, and to see the beaches closed and people not around and businesses closing their doors, I mean, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
To be able to think that you can go out there and help and teach people how to do this and you know, do a landing page for an online menu or shoot a video inside of your little restaurant and show the chef cooking and just things that they can do to get people to know that they're still in business.
Yeah. So like, hey, you're a restaurant owner. Hey, it's Martini Monday, and let me show the martinis we're making, blah, blah, blah. And then don't forget, you can come here and pick up to go and blah, blah, you know, like that, right? Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday. We got Taco Tuesday. We got beef taco, China, you know, whatever it might be. Now, people are learning this, but they don't know how to market it so that no one's even seeing it. So we actually can show our community the right way. They're seeing, like, everyone's seeing what we're doing because we know how to properly market online. We know how to target people, how to retarget people, how to create lookalike audience. We know this.
Oh, that's perfect. All right, so should we get to the third M?
Yes, mortgage. Mortgage matters.
Definitely helping homeowners right now, people, and if they ask you, is, okay, what if I am out of work and I can't make my mortgage payments? What do I do? So the first thing that we tell them to do is to call their servicer. And what that is the phone number that's on their mortgage statement. That's who they need to contact because it's going to be different depending on what bank or mortgage company they make their payments to. Everybody's going to have sort of their own set of rules or guidelines. So they're going to call, have documentation ready if there's a loss of income, if you're on furlough, you know, if you're not an essential business, and then they're going to give you what your options are. What I've been stressing to people is nothing is free, right? I mean,
please, I have people calling me saying things like, oh, I've heard they're giving away free money and I don't have to pay my loan. Please explain that, because I'm like, that's not the case. So can you tell people what the real truth is?
Yeah, I mean, if people, it's called a forbearance, right? And so a forbearance means that you're taking something that's due now and you're pushing it to something that's due later. And everybody's going to have different rules. So you could potentially have to pay your mortgage payments back after X number of months, all at the same time. They could maybe take your payments.
So I want you to explain that. So listen, so some banks are doing it to where, okay, you don't pay for 6 months, but on month 7, you have to pay all of month 6 and month 7 on one time. Now that's not very common, but there are some banks that are doing that. So please be careful.
Who's going to be able to do that? It's not like
no one.
You already are having a struggle, right, with finances. You're not going to all of a sudden go back to work and be able to pay back 7 months of mortgages. The one that I think could work for people, but again, you have to check with your lender, is you take however much in payments you've missed and they take that amount and they spread it out over future payments. So that would adjust your mortgage payment and make it go higher. I don't know how long they would spread it out, but that's probably the most common option that people are going to choose. Or it could lead to a modification, which a modification is the last resort. I mean, always just read the fine print. You're going to be on hold for quite some time. We're home.
I think the best option personally is to, if you're worried, or if you're not, do a refinance. Right now, the rates are super, super low. And also you can make it to where they don't have to pay a payment for 1 or 2 months. And it says there's no negative thing happening. So, and you can also take money out.
That's the goal, is to talk, what I'm telling people, talk to a mortgage professional, whether it be me or the person that did your loan before, and just ask the questions, right? I'm in this situation. This is what's happening with my income. What could I do? And we're going to tell you if you can or can't refinance based on loss of income, if you're a non-essential business that's closed. There are guidelines for every situation right now. So you just have to talk to someone. If we say you can't refinance, which could potentially, like you were saying, skip 2 mortgage payments if it's timed correctly, and gives you some release, maybe gives you some cash out, lowers your payment potentially, lowers your rate, we're going to tell you that we can't do it. And then at that point, maybe contact, your current mortgage lender and see about the forbearance. But everybody's situation is different. I just am stressing them to call a mortgage professional, understand what they may qualify for, and then take it from there before just not making payments. A couple of just quick program changes, which definitely will affect people. The biggest really is government loans. So FHA loans, VA loans, USDA loans. We got an announcement yesterday that the minimum credit score is now a 640, which is...
And that just changed overnight.
We were at a 620, the last video that I sent, which was, I think, Friday of last week or Monday, and now a 640. So the good news is that if you still want to buy and do a government loan, we do have a way to run a credit simulator. We can review your credit for free. If it's not at a minimum of a 640, we can run a simulator, see what you would need to do to improve your credit. To get, for people that are self-employed, you have to have transcripts. Well, if the IRS is closed, we can't get transcripts to process your loan. So if you're a wage earner, we're okay. A business owner, we can get an exception. But again, it's your particular situation. A non-essential business that's closed down, that you're not earning income, we can't use that income to help you qualify for a loan. So there's so many things that are changing every single day. The positive is, if you can't qualify today, this is going to be over, right? So credit reports are good for 4 months. We can set up a path for you to buy when it's time, right? When you're ready. Still go over down payments, still go over payments, just still live that dream of buying. It doesn't have to end because of the situation that we're in.
Another thing too I want to talk about is people are so afraid of there's going to be a recession and house prices are going to crash. But all of the evidence shows otherwise, as far as like in the last 5 recessions, out of the last 5 recessions, in three of them, housing prices actually went up. Okay. And it was like 3 to 10% they went up. In 2 of them, they went down. But one of them, they barely went down. And it was like such of a small percentage. In the last 5 recessions, the only one that really took a hard hit was 2008. And that was because they were selling bad debt, bad loans. They were giving stated income loans. None of that exists anymore. So to think that we're ever going to have that type of a crisis happen again, it's really unlikely. And also the government's giving a lot of programs and help when people are losing their houses so they don't foreclose on them. That also was another reason why all the foreclosures, because that all this happened. So just because of a recession does not mean housing crisis. This is more an epidemic like that happened back in 2011. 2011, things were affected for a couple of months and they went right back to being normal, and they've gone straight up ever since. I mean, they have gone straight up ever since 2011. Yep. And that was the same type of a situation is happening now.
Yeah, so the idea is that someone's going to get their job back when this is over and be at the same income level and be able to have affordability. Right. And that's the thing, is we're qualifying people on affordability of income versus, the stated programs or people that in 2008 couldn't afford the mortgages that they were getting. So it is a lot different. If you know of someone struggling, like you were saying, a refinance right now, it's a great opportunity to check it out. And we're gonna understand you're going through a lot. right? Everything is done digitally and online. There are some delays with appraisals, but Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have said to try to order a full appraisal on every transaction. If for some reason you can't get an appraiser to go to that area, or someone doesn't want them in their home, can try to do a drive-by. But again, it has to appraise for what you're selling your home for on a drive-by, right? Which means they're not going in the home, they're not seeing improvements you're doing. So there's a catch to everything. It's not like no appraisals, zero interest rates. Like, that's not what's happening right now.
I think right now more than ever, it's so important to talk to somebody who has experience and knows what they're doing. We just had an attorney tell someone that they don't have to pay their mortgage, they don't have to pay it back. I'm like, that attorney needs to lose his license. This is a licensed attorney telling sellers that completely incorrect information. Make sure you know who you're talking to, that they're experienced, that they've been doing this for a long time, they have your best interests at heart. More than ever, talk to an experienced realtor and lender.
Yeah, and we can leave it at that, because I mean, Google is our friend most times.
Oh yeah.
You Google this stuff right now, it's so confusing, and it leads you to page to page to page, and if we don't know the answers, we'll try to find them for you. I mean, that's what we do for our clients. So.
Yeah. And it's not that you don't know, it's like if everything's changing so quickly, like you don't know, you know, so be careful. So, okay, that was great, Trace.
Good. Well, thank you so much for, I know you're, we're both busy, but, just taking the time out. It just has been on my mind the last couple of days to get you on the phone. And I really want the agents that I work with and in my market and business owners to know that they can still do business. And
yes, it's an opportunity, everyone. You're going to come out of this on the opposite end if you take action. There's a reason why Toys R Us is no longer in existence. There's a reason why Blockbuster is gone, because Amazon took over, because Amazon adapted. So Amazon thrived. They saw the opportunity. See the opportunity, thrive. Go to KristaMashore.com/challenge. KristaMashore.com. It's free. Tracie, you should be sending this. Get it to the WCR. Have them take it. They should all know about it. I'm going to send you a link as well that has all the stuff on it to sign up. So, and I just appreciate you having me.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Hey there, I have a brand new podcast called Fired Up with Krista Mashore, where I bring my high energy right to your ears. This podcast is available on all your favorite podcast platforms. So do me a favor, go subscribe and leave a review. All this information is free, and I cannot wait to teach you everything I know. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.